Hey, it's Brandon Wright, Right Stuff Media. And today I want to talk about a conversation that I had earlier today where I had lunch with somebody that I spoke to their company. They had a company retreat and I was their keynote speaker, and I had the fortunate time to really work with a small group of people. And what I found was that even though they belong to a company and they're independent contractors, it's like they have their own company. I guess you could call them solopreneurs, but they're under an umbrella. And as I was talking with the owner of this company, he told me about his plans to grow the company. But at the same time, he shared financial information with me and the results he was getting from his existing employees or subcontractors, whatever you want to call them. And there were some high performers, there were some that were in the middle, and then there was a large number of low performing people with sales. And so I wanted to change his perspective. And I think this is one of those things that whenever I talk to somebody, it's me telling you what I've done in my past, but it's not necessarily what you should do. Because I feel like we should always do what it is that we feel to do, not doing what somebody else tells us to do, but listen to somebody else and then do what you think is right for your company. So he was talking about his company and how he wants to grow to a certain amount of people under his organization. And my thoughts is that everybody wants to grow their company big. Everybody wants to scale up. And then you go to the bookstore, everything's about scaling up. And the reality is that if you don't have the foundation of your company, or you're not profitable, or whatever the problems you're having in your company, when you start growing that company, you're only going to compound those problems. So if you're at break even and you think growing your company is the answer because you want to do more volume, all you're going to do is you're going to compound more cost and you're going to continue being at break even, or you're going to be losing money. So I think one of the things, and I realized this, I tried to grow my company and I was trying to get to the point where I wanted to reach a certain dollar volume. But the dollar volume didn't fit me, right? It didn't fit my management. It was too complicated for me. And so I said, I want a small company that I can manage, that's fun for me, and that I have a good time. And I want to enjoy what it is that I do. Because the three things that I enjoy, and if you've downloaded my book on our website, Redesign, is fun, freedom, and profit. And I think staying small, if you systemize everything where you can, if you can create the systems, you can get consistency, you build your culture, your staff, you build everything around what it is that you want, then you have the ability to grow. But don't grow until you have that. And so what I did was I asked him, I said, do you want to grow, or would you want to have less amount of people that you have now and turn those low performers into medium performers, turn the medium performers into high performers? Would you choose 25 great performers, or would you want 150 low performers? And I think that's what we got to look at, is focus on what it is that we have. Think about where it is that we're at before we start growing the company. Because sometimes growing the company, because that's what people always talk about, that's what the media, that's what the magazines, that's what the book tells us to do, that's not right for us. And sometimes if we grow too fast or we grow too much, we'll go out of business. And instead of just keeping it small, making it profitable, and making it work. And I hear a lot of people right now saying, oh, we're so busy, we're so busy, we're so busy. But the question I ask is you might be busy, but are you profitable? And if you're backed up 4 weeks, you're backed up 6 weeks, why not raise your prices? Why not just add whatever you add to your prices, add that directly to the bottom line? Because if you add that directly to the bottom line, that does several things for your company. That gives the owner more compensation. It allows you to pay your employees more so you keep your employees, right? At the Roadshow, David McCauley says, companies are pilfering, I like that word, pilfering other employees, which means they're stealing them, if you don't know what pilfering means. And at the same time, think about what you can do for the community. Think about what you can do to invest back into your company, or maybe put it in a reserve account. And you put it in a reserve account so if anything ever does happen to you or your company, that money's there. So maybe you can get that 6 months of reserves or that 1 year of reserves. So here's my message today. Take what I said, use it as you want. Hopefully it'll change your perspective of your company. But keep your company small. Build a solid foundation. Get the right people on board. Get them performing. And avoid that temptation to grow. If you avoid that temptation to grow, then you won't compound the problems that you have. But if you're at that point and your company's running great, well, maybe it is time for you to grow. Hey, thanks for watching. And my book, Redesign. Experience the freedom, fun, and profit in your business. I'm offering that as a free download. Go to our website, rightstuffmedia.com. That's with a W. We'll catch you on another day. Thanks.